Time waits for no man. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled among rolling hills, there lived an old clockmaker named Elias. His shop, Elias and Sons, was renowned for crafting exquisite timepieces that seemed to capture the very essence of time itself. Elias was a man of routine. Each morning, he would rise with the sun, his gnarled hands already itching to shape gears and polish brass. His workshop smelled of aged wood, oil, and memories. The villagers admired his dedication, but they also wondered why he never took a day off. Elias simply smiled and said, "Time waits for no man." One crisp autumn day, a young boy named Leo wandered into the shop. His eyes widened as he beheld the intricate clocks adorning the walls, the pendulum clocks, the pocket watches, and the majestic grandfather clock that stood sentinel in the corner. "Sir," Leo said, tugging at Elias's sleeve, "why do you work so tirelessly? Don't you ever rest?" Elias chuckled, his eyes crinkling like the gears in his creations. "Ah, young one," he replied, "time is both our greatest gift and our greatest challenge. It slips through our fingers like sand, and yet we must honor it." Leo frowned. "But why?" Elias gestured toward the grandfather clock. "This old beauty," he said, "has seen generations come and go. It has witnessed births, weddings, and farewells. It chimes faithfully, reminding us that life is a symphony, a fleeting melody that echoes across the ages." Leo tilted his head. "And what about you, sir? What's your melody?" Elias leaned on his workbench, his eyes distant. "My melody," he whispered, "is the heartbeat of every second hand. It's the rhythm of creation, the tick and tock that propel us forward. I craft these timepieces not merely to tell time, but to remind us of its preciousness." The boy pondered this. "But can't we slow down? Enjoy life without worrying about time slipping away?" Elias smiled. "Ah, Leo, that's the paradox. We must savor each moment, yet also strive to leave our mark. Time waits for no man, but we can dance with it. Create, love, dream, those are the steps." As the years passed, Elias continued his work. He repaired broken watches, adjusted pendulums, and wound the grandfather clock faithfully. Leo grew into a young man, and one day, he returned to the shop. "Sir," Leo said, "I've learned your lesson well. But tell me, what's your legacy?" Elias gestured to the clock faces, their hands tracing circles. "My legacy," he said, "is in the quiet ticking of these timepieces. It's in the smiles of those who cherish them. And perhaps, just perhaps, it's in the way I've inspired others to honor their own melodies." Leo nodded. "Thank you, Elias." The old clockmaker patted Leo's shoulder. "Remember, my boy," he said, "time waits for no man. But how we spend it, that's our masterpiece." And so, Elias continued to craft timepieces until his final days. When he passed away, the villagers gathered to celebrate his life. The grandfather clock chimed solemnly, its pendulum swinging like a metronome. Leo took over the shop, honoring Elias's legacy. And whenever someone asked why he worked tirelessly, he would smile and say, "Time waits for no man." Remember, dear reader, that our moments are the brush strokes on the canvas of eternity. How will you paint your masterpiece? This story is a work of fiction, inspired by the theme of time and the value we place upon it.